There is an undeniable power in the whispers of the past, in the secrets carried on the wind across sun-scorched lands and through the silent halls of forgotten cities. Ancient India, North Africa, landscapes that shimmer in our collective imagination, heavy with the weight of mystery and the ghosts of empire. We often encounter them through a veil of popular stories, narratives that paint them in broad, often fantastical, strokes. But what if we could gently pull back that veil, just for a moment? What if we could test these well-worn myths against the hard, glittering fragments of fact? This is our journey today, a 10-minute expedition into the heart of these two extraordinary regions to separate the tales from the truths. Our quest is not to diminish the wonder, but to redirect it. The romance of history does not lie in its falsehoods, but in the incredible resilience, ingenuity, and sheer humanity of the people who lived it. By placing myth and fact side by side, we can begin to appreciate the true scale of their achievements. We will navigate through the bustling, planned cities of the Indus Valley, sail the trade-clogged waters of the Indian Ocean, stand in the vibrant intellectual cauldron of Alexandria, and walk the fertile banks of the life-giving Nile. Each step will challenge a common misconception, replacing it with a richer, more nuanced understanding of these cradles of civilization. It is a process of discovery that honors the past by seeking its authentic voice. We will explore three pervasive myths about ancient India: religion, science, global connection, elaborate rituals, and towering temples, where every aspect of life was dictated solely by religious dogma. This vision suggests a society turned inward, focused on spiritual transcendence to the exclusion of worldly concerns. It's a powerful, romantic image repeated in books and films, but it's dramatically incomplete. It reduces a complex civilization to a single dimension, overlooking the vibrant tapestry of daily life and practical achievement. In reality, spirituality was a cornerstone, woven into a broader fabric of human endeavor. The idea that ancient Indians cared only for the next life is incorrect. Archaeological evidence shows deep engagement with urban living, rigorous scientific inquiry, and complex governance. The pursuit of spiritual knowledge existed alongside material and intellectual pursuits. To focus only on the spiritual misses the foundation, a stable, organized, innovative society that mastered its environment. Fact 1. Ancient India was a hub of sophisticated urban planning and secular knowledge. Long before many regions, the subcontinent produced highly organized cities with advanced infrastructure. These were not just huts around a temple. They served artisans, traders, and administrators. This shows a focus on civic life, public health, and technological efficiency. A prime example, the Indus Valley Civilization around 2500 BCE. Cities like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa were laid out on precise grid systems. Streets met at right angles. Covered sewers ran under main thoroughfares, more advanced than Rome centuries later. Homes had private wells and bathing areas, showing a cultural emphasis on hygiene. Such planning required knowledge of geometry, hydrology, and administration. Practical fields, not purely spiritual. When we think of ancient North Africa, the image that often first springs to mind is one of vast, empty desert, like an endless sea of sand. Popular culture frequently portrays the entire region as an inhospitable expanse of sand dunes, populated only by scattered nomadic tribes and the occasional oasis. Egypt is sometimes seen as an exception, but even it is often visualized as a thin, fragile ribbon of life surrounded by a lifeless void. This myth of the empty desert reduces an entire geographically diverse region to a single, monolithic feature. It erases the rich variety of landscapes, from fertile coastlines, rugged mountains, to lush river valleys, that sustained powerful and complex civilizations for millennia. The reality is that North Africa has always been a region of immense geographical and ecological diversity. While the Sahara is vast, it is far from the only feature of the landscape. The coastal plains along the Mediterranean, the Maghreb, have historically been extremely fertile agricultural zones. The Atlas Mountains create rain shadows and capture moisture, feeding rivers and supporting forests. And most famously, the Nile created one of the most productive agricultural systems in human history, sustaining a civilization for over 3,000 years. There is a tendency to portray ancient North Africa as a perpetual follower, absorbing and imitating supposedly more important civilizations like Greece and Rome. In this telling, North Africa lacks a distinct cultural identity, serving as backdrop for others. Its people are depicted as passive recipients of foreign ideas, contributing little in original thought, art, political innovation. This perspective effectively colonizes the region's history, denying agency and creativity. This myth overlooks the profound originality and influence of North African civilizations. Long before Greeks and Romans, powerful and unique cultures flourished, from the pharaohs of Egypt to the kingdom of Numidia. Contact spurred cultural synthesis, not imitation, new forms rooted in local traditions. They were producers and innovators who left an indelible mark on the ancient world. From the complex theology of ancient Egypt to the mercantile genius of Carthage, the region was a hotbed of innovation. Its thinkers, like Augustine of Hippo, became central to Western thought. Its architects and engineers pioneered techniques admired across the Mediterranean. North Africa was a leader in many fields. Its contributions were foundational to later civilizations, including Europe. Consider Carthage. Founded c. 814 BCE, it grew into a formidable power with a unique Punic culture and a mercantile empire. Carthaginians developed a distinct oligarchic republic admired by Aristotle. They mastered maritime technology and trade. Colonies and trading posts spanned Spain to Sicily. Mago's agricultural texts spread techniques. Tin and silver fueled the Mediterranean economy. Carthage stood as a great power on its own terms, a rival to both Greeks and Romans. Perhaps the most misleading myth is that of a static North Africa, civilizations frozen in amber. In reality, history here is constant flux, adaptation, and reinvention.